What's up, everybody? Happy Sunday. Happy Valentine's Day to all of y'all out there, or y'all couples. If you single, happy Valentine's Day to you. Don't let that stress you. Single is not bad either. But I hope all you had a great day. Hope you had a great weekend so far. Saints and Sinners Judgment Day. This TV movie, I was here for it. As soon as I seen the trailer to it, I said I can't wait because we've waited. The fans of the show have waited so long for season five, and I understood it took some time because of COVID and all that. And season five is on its way. Season five is coming in April, but this TV movie really it was on fire. This Saints and Sinner Judgment Day was the shit. Like beginning to end, this shit had me shocked. I was like, yo, I have not watched something in a while that had me glued. And this movie had me glued. I've been rocking with Saints and Sinners since season one, back when they started in 2016. I've been watching since day one. So, I love this show. And I was super excited when they dropped this TV movie. You know, this movie was the shit. It was lit. Just a lot of craziness going on. First of all, Levi. I'm gonna talk about Levi. I Levi's. Let me just say this: Levi's better than me because Christy came to his house crying in his arms and all that about her mother being arrested and yada yada yada, and she was pissed because Levi wasn't saying what she wanted to hear or whatever, because she know how Levi feel about Lady Ella. He cannot stand Lady Ella. He don't like that woman for shit. And if you watch seasons 1 to 4, you know why he don't like her ass. So it's like, why is she shocked? He's calling your mama out. Your mother's a killer. She's cold blooded. And Christy just wants to believe what she wants. But I'm glad Christy is finally seeing what she been saw what her mother was like, even in the last season. She know her mother's a killer. She know her mother cold blooded. She know it. Um, and Levi know it. My thing is, like I said, Levi better than me because I would have slammed the door right in Christy's face. I really hope he do not go back to Christy. Like, Levi, do better. Because after the hell she put him through, what, season two? Seasons two, three, like, she was doing too much. Like, she sat there cheating on that man with Miles, got pregnant, tried to pass the baby off as Levi's. Levi, don't go back to that shit. No, no more drama. Absolutely not. Well, we need the drama, but no, don't go back to the sloppy seconds. Please do not. Don't do that, Levi. He could do better. Um, so Levi is all about getting his mobility back because he's still walking around with the cane ever since Paige shot him. So, Lady Bird. Lady Bird done made him an offer I guess Levi could not refuse. She basically bribed the shit out of him. She wanted to buy back the church in exchange not only for money, but in exchange for getting him his mobility back. And Levi wasn't buying that shit at first because he was like, I don't talk to the top surgeons. Nobody can help me. She was like, bitch, them surgeons can't do what I can do. Basically. So he made her a deal. He made a deal with the devil basically because he wanted his full mobility back. He didn't want to walk around with that damn cane no more. When he made that deal with her to give her half the church back, I said, Levi, don't make that deal. Don't do it. It ain't worth it. I mean, I understand it's hard to walk around with a cane, but thank the good Lord that you're still alive. First of all, you gotta thank God that you're still here, and at least you are mobile to an extent. Even though you gotta use a cane, but you're here. You know what I mean? Be grateful for that. Don't make no deal with this crazy ass woman. So he ended up making a deal with Lady Bird, and of course Christy was not here for it, and she was pissed about it. And he ended up going to see that doctor, um, Dr. Ross. And mind you, that's the same doctor that Malik hired to resurrect Paige. Um, so I guess he deals with experimental treatment or whatever, but it's not FDA approved. So he on the shady side a little bit, just a little, just a tad. Um, So Dr. Ross ended up giving Levi some medication or whatever, some drugs to take or whatever. And when Levi took them shits, he started having, I guess, these little back spasms or whatever, and he started all on the ground in pain. So Christy came over to his house, banging on the door. She found him on the ground in pain. So of course she get him to the hospital, and she take a little break real quick or whatever, because she's pissed at Leona. She was mad at Leona, so she went to go confront Leona ass. And Leona didn't give a damn. She was like, first of all, Leona did not give two fucks. Leona was like, bitch, he's a grown man. I made him an offer. I didn't force him to take the offer. He took the offer. What that got to do with me? Leona cold blooded. Lady Bird is cold. She didn't give a damn. She just basically talked to Christy like she was a peasant. And basically told Christy how disappointed she was in her because she has so much potential basically to be evil. And she's not what Lady Bird expected her to be. So she basically told her, she was like, shit, you better be lucky I'm not locking your ass back up. And she was like, all right, you can get out my office now. And Chrissy just stood there looking at her. Lady Bird was like, dismissed. I said, bitch, she treated her like she was a straight up peasant. Like, I'm like, that's your granddaughter. Well, supposed granddaughter, because we all know the tea. Lady Bird and Ella are not really mother and daughter. So technically that's her niece. So technically that's not her granddaughter, that's her niece. But she was just talking to her like she wasn't shit. So when she went back to the hospital, she found out that they transferred Levi to a private facility. And so she begged the other doctor to let her know like where it was or whatever, trying to play the sympathy card. Oh, I used to be a doctor here and that's my friend, and trying to play that shit. So the chick buckled and told her where he was. So she go up in there. The nurse at the station ain't trying to tell her nothing. So Christy, of course, get loud. And that's when Dr. Ross come out and take him and take Christy to Levi. So when she walked in the room, Levi was standing. He was mobile. He's good. He walking around again. That shit worked. Them drugs work. I don't trust them damn drugs though. I don't trust them drugs. I don't trust them shits, them damn side effects and shit. I don't trust that, because what kind of side effects do that medication have? Like, is he gonna start going crazy slapping bitches? Like, what type of medication is that? I don't trust that shit. I want to see them side effects first. Because that shit, that experimental treatments are not FDA approved. I wouldn't trust that shit. You don't know what he might be doing. Then he all kissing Christy. I said, Levi, please don't go back to that. Don't do it, Levi. Don't. You can do better. I knew since last season not to trust Levi because something was off about him last season when he came back. When we found out Levi was alive and he was trying to make it look like he was making peace with Jabari, I knew I didn't trust that. Because when he was talking to Pastor Green and stuff, and they were, Pastor Green was like, we made sure that Malik's funeral is gonna, be a great send off for him, and Levi was like, yeah, I want Jabari to get everything he deserved, and he was like, everything he deserved. I said I knew he was setting Jabari ass up. I know his game on, because last season he made it seem like he didn't know who shot him. We all know. I believe he know Paige shot him. He know that shit. He know Paige shot his ass. And he probably think Jabari was in on that shit or whatever, so now he want revenge. I'm here for it. I can't wait to see Jabari versus Levi season 5. I cannot wait, because I know it's going to be epic. I know it's going to be good. So, of course, Dr. Ross is still treating Paige or whatever. Like, he still got Paige. Because when he walked into one of the patient's rooms, on the door it said P. Morris. I said, bitch, Paige still around? Because I know Malik, when Jabari shot their mother, I know he was planning on, not reuniting them at that point. He changed his mind. But I'm like, so what we going to do about Paige? I guess we'll find out season 5, because I can't wait. So anyway, Christy ass was in Dr. Ross' office talking to him about getting her medical license back and how she want to work with him, enjoying his practice. I'm like, Christy, how the fuck are you going to get your medical license back? Like, that's a tall order. Like, her family's name is burnt in Cyprus at this point. Like, you don't have a prayer of getting that medical license back. You're basically an ex-con. How you getting it back? And what I want to know is how the hell Christy still got a house and designer clothes and look good and all that, but you ain't got no job. Like, where your money coming from? I've been wanting to know that. Like, I just be wanting to know. So anyway, moving on from that. Lady Bird. And not like Lady Bird is the type of villain. Listen, Donna Bisco is doing her thing as Lady Bird. She is killing it as Leona. Like, she was in rare form in this movie. Leona was not fucking around. She was getting revenge on everybody ass who wronged her. Everybody who wronged her in the past couple seasons, they were getting it from her. Leona showed no mercy on all they ass. Like, Leona was not having it. Leona was in her fucking bag. Soon as she heard Ella got arrested, when Ella got arrested for that Malik shit, that detective in that interrogation room was such a jackass. He's sitting there taking selfies with Ella. Like, he's sitting there while she talking to him about her phone call and all that stuff, because they're not even charging her at that point. This fool sitting there taking his phone. I was like, bitch, what type of ghetto jail is this? What the fuck? So I was like, Ella, you free Ella. I was like, free Ella at that point. And I don't even like Ella sometimes. But I kind of felt bad for her sitting in that jail. But then I thought about the past seasons, and I was like, nah, why am I feeling bad for her? All the shit she did the last few seasons, Ella was on some shit. I said, hell no. And Lady Bird was just lying and waiting. As soon as Lady Bird heard that Ella ass was in jail, she came up in there with documents ready. She was like, this power of attorney papers, I need you to sign this so I can have control of your estate while you up in here. So I can take care of shit, hire you a lawyer. I said, Ella, don't sign those papers. I said, why are y'all all trusting Lady Bird? First you got Levi trusting her, now your ass trusting her. I was like, what is y'all doing? Like, why are y'all trusting this bitch? After everything y'all done did to that woman, why are you trusting her? So Ella crazy ass signed the papers. And as soon as she signed them, I say, yep, you done fucked up, Ella. You fucked up as soon as you signed them papers. And of course, Bird went over to Kimberly office, who is the president of the city council, and basically blackmailed her ass because she got dirt on Kimberly ass too. And she was like, bitch, I want you to get the city council to vote my ass in as acting mayor of Cyprus. And of course, Kimberly had no choice but to do it. So that shit came over the news, and that shit was like, yeah, Lady Bird is the new acting mayor. She ain't waste no time. Like, she was just handling shit. Stacia. Oh my God, Stacia. I was like, Stacia, what is you doing? First of all, I'm confused because in the season finale of season 4, Stacia was just telling Malik that she was pregnant with his baby. She was not showing. She was in the beginning stages of her pregnancy. Fast forward to the movie, Stacia damn near 9 months pregnant. I was like, how is that possible? Because we're picking up right where season 4 left off. She was not that big in the season finale. She was literally in the beginning stages of her pregnancy. How the hell you get that big? We ain't do no time jump in this movie. But I'm gonna ignore that for now, because I pick up on things like that. But I'm just gonna ignore it. She's sitting here fainting and shit because she found out on the news that Malik ass is dead. Her baby daddy dead. I said, damn. So she had to find out from the news, and then she fainted and shit. I felt bad for Kendrick throughout this whole movie. I felt bad for that boy because you could tell he loves Stacia. He ready to be a dad. Like he's falling in love with this baby that's not even his baby. I felt bad for that boy. I really did. I felt bad every time I saw Kendrick. I said, damn, that ain't even your child. And she's sitting here fainting. So of course Christy had to come over and check on her and stuff and try to get her to go to the hospital, but she wouldn't go. But she just dealing with an array of emotions right now because she knows she's holding on to this big ass secret now. Malik's dead. So she probably feel like with Malik being dead, she feel like she got to carry this secret now, about him being the real dad. I'm like, well, bitch, you better carry that secret. I mean, I'm all for telling the truth and whatnot, but when you tell a lie this big, you gotta keep that shit going. I'm just saying, like, keep it a buck. Like, it's too late now. Might as well keep the lie going. I mean, if that baby come out with certain, facial features, then, Kendrick would be smart enough to see it, I hope. Nah, Kendrick ain't that bright, but you get the gist of it. Um, so anyway, everybody in Cyprus is going crazy now that they heard Lady Bird is acting mayor. And Kendrick asked them went to the jail to go see Ella or whatever. I can understand why Christy didn't tell Kendrick that their mother is basically a cold-hearted killer. I can see why she didn't say nothing, because Kendrick ain't gonna believe her, and she ain't really got no physical proof other than that voice. Well, she still got the voice recorder that can prove that she is a killer. But I mean, maybe Christy just chose not to say nothing to him for various reasons. Um, so he went to the jail to go see um Ella or whatever, and she told him, well, can you get Stacia to represent me or whatever? And he told her about Stacia fainting and all that stuff with, all the stress and all that stuff with the baby and everything going on, that he don't think that she should be on her feet. And Ella just went crazy for a second. She was like, I don't give a damn about all that. She said, I need to get the fuck up out of here. I'm like, damn, Ella, he just told you the woman fainted. Like, he's looking out for his baby mama. Well, alleged baby mama. Um, so, she just happy that Kendrick is like one of the only people on her side on this, because she like she didn't kill Malik. I'm like, okay, but what about all the other 11 people that you done murdered in the last few seasons? Like, that don't count. See, that's what happened when you do dirt. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of that shit, when you do clownery, that shit come back on you. Like, she might not be responsible for that murder, but she damn sure responsible for all the other shit that went down. So of course when Kendrick, he's sitting there talking about, oh, I'm gonna get you out, I'm gonna get you out of here. Kendrick, how the fuck you gonna get her out? You ain't got no power. How you gonna get her out of there? I mean, not to underestimate folks or nothing, but how Kendrick gonna get her out? For one, you ain't got no job. Do he even have a job? Two, you ain't got no money. You ain't got no contacts. You ain't, who you got? The only person you got that got any type of semblance of power is Rex, his father. That's the only person who he probably could call to try to help. And Rex's power only goes but so far. I'm just saying. Especially when you're going up against an acting mayor such as Lady Bird. And as soon as Lady Bird came up in that bitch, she told her goon, she said, nope, lock his ass up too. And they sitting there putting the cuffs on Kendrick. I'm like, what the fuck you locking him up for? And he was like, what am I going to jail for? She was like, for not dying. Lady Bird is a fucking fool. Like, she done tried everything to kill that boy, and he just will not die. And that's pretty much what she locked his ass up for. So of course, in her new role as mayor, acting mayor, she done moved up in Ella house. She hired Rex because Rex wanted her to pass some bill or whatever for his trucking company or whatever. And she was like, okay. She said, I'll pass it. He said, why you being so nice? Why you want to pass it? She was like, because I want to hire you. I need you to deliver some precious cargo. That precious cargo was Wilhelmina. I said, what the fuck? Willie? They done got Willie back up here. Robin Givens is still so fine after all these years. I was souped to see Wilhelmina. I said, damn, what happened to Willie? It was good to see Wilhelmina, though, because, of course, Wilhelmina served a purpose, and that purpose was Lady Bird basically wanted her to help her get a doctor for Levi, which was Dr. Ross. And once she served that purpose, we all knew Wilhelmina was bye-bye. I knew it. And she was literally begging Leona, like keep sweat begging. Wilhelmina was like, baby, please, please, don't hurt me. And Leona didn't give a damn. Leona was like, bitch, you played me. She said, you turned your back on me. You double-crossed me. You did X, Y, and Z. You signed the papers that got me committed into that sanitarium. She was like, I'm going to get you back for that. Like, Lady Bird just used her position as acting mayor to just get revenge on everybody. She was locking up all her enemies. She didn't give a damn. Then, with all of this stuff going on, we got girls missing off the street, like sex workers and shit. You know what I'm saying? Not just prostitutes, but, just regular girls. Like, we just got black girls in Georgia just missing. And that was played a part into the story as well, which I enjoyed. And I think season 5 we're gonna go deeper into that because we got a lot of girls missing, and that's where Lady Bird was doing press conferences and stuff, and Rex was just sitting there watching the press conference like, look at this bitch. She basically she instituted a 7 o'clock shutdown rule, a curfew. Basically, she was like, all residents of Cyprus got to be in the house by 7 o'clock, can't be out on the street, and she was gonna enforce it. Like, she had her goons literally just riding around town making sure everybody was going in the house. When it was 6 o'clock, because Christy went to go see Pastor Green and they were talking and stuff, and here come Leona's goons coming up in the church talking about something. Oh, y'all do know it's 6 o'clock, right? And there's a 7 o'clock curfew, so y'all need to shut this down and be going home. And Pastor Green was like, first of all, this is private property. This is church. Like, we're in the middle of choir rehearsal. You can't just come up in here and tell us what to do. That cop did not care. When I tell y'all Leona was running Cyprus like Death Row Records, this bitch was running it like she was Suge Knight. Like she was Death Row for life. I was like, damn, Leona. Like, she ran that town like that shit was back in the olden days. Like, we back in slavery. That's how she was running that town. Like, it was a total dictatorship. Total dictatorship. She didn't want to hear no back talk. She didn't want to hear nothing. You gonna do what the fuck I tell you to do. Like, she even rolled up on Rex at his office or whatever, and she was like, Rex, what the fuck you still doing at this business? She said, you need to go home, it's past curfew. I was like, Rex was like, first of all, who the fuck you talking to? Second of all, get your ass up out of here. Like, Rex was just not here for it. Then she sitting there talking about something, she instituting a new rule that all local businesses got to pay tithes to the church, to New Hope. He was like, what the fuck for? She was like, because all that money gonna go to the good of the community. He was like, bitch, that shit ain't going to no good of the community. That shit going to the good of your pocket. Because that's all Leona was gonna do, was line her pockets with their money. I said, what type of ghetto shit is this? Businesses gotta pay tithes. I ain't never heard no shit like that. I'm telling you, Leona was really running that shit like it was a Death Row Records. Like, it was no joke. Like, she had her goons snatch up Rex and take the money and all that. I was like, damn, she out here pimping. Pimping ain't easy. Um, damn. That shit was wild. Shit, Rex ass knew right then and there he had to take her ass down, because he was like, nah, she ain't about to be running this town like this. Rex was like, hell to the no. So Stacia running around trying to find Kendrick and shit. Nobody know where Kendrick is, so she go down to the jail to find out where he at and all that, and the cops sitting here telling her, well, we ain't got him in the system, because basically Leona locked him up for bullshit, so of course she don't have him in her system. She basically created her own damn jail, basically. So Leona, of course, confronted Stacia and basically blackmailed her ass into helping her, because she talking about some, oh, I know that baby ain't Kendrick's. I was like, damn, Leona be knowing everything. Like, she really, when she was in that sanitarium, she kept tabs on everybody. Wilhelmina, everybody. She knew what everybody was doing. She knew what everybody's weakness was. She knew everything. She was just like, nope, I know. She said, I know that little baby ain't his. And she was like, bitch, you gonna do what the fuck I tell you to do, or that's your ass. I'm gonna let the world know. So Stacia ain't got no choice but to help her, because at first I was like, what the fuck she need your help with? But towards the end, it became clear what she needed her help with, because Leona was like 5 steps ahead of everybody. So anyway, some chick named Jalissa, she ended up getting into the cell with Lady Ella or whatever, and they start chopping it up, talking, and she started telling Lady Ella how she's basically a madam, and she be protecting the girls on the street, and talking about how they all went missing. Because I'm surprised Ella didn't know about these girls going missing. I'm like, how the hell you don't know nothing about this when you're the mayor? She was like, damn. Jalissa was like, you don't watch the news? You're the mayor of the fucking town. How you don't know about these girls going missing and all this shit? Wake up. So come to find out, the girl got a burner phone. And I knew something was fishy right there. I'm like, so they tossed you in a jail cell. They didn't pat you down for a phone. Something was fishy. So she used that phone. So Ella basically used that phone to call Rex for his help. And Rex was like, I got it. He said, I'm gonna take care of this shit. Um, so a guard ended up coming and getting Ella out of her room. And he was like, when I tell you to go through that door, keep going, don't stop. So he told her to go and he pulled the fire alarm and she went out the exit door, out the back door. And Rex was in a waiting car waiting for her. And when she got to Rex's house, she gonna sit there and ask Rex, oh, why you help me? Why you helping me? What the fuck you mean? Why he helping you, fool? He helping you because you called him from your burner phone asking for his help. You literally begged for his help. That's why he's helping you, fool. I was like, what the hell wrong with Ella? That's why he helping you, dummy. You begged him. What the hell are you talking about? So basically, he told Ella like they gotta figure out how the fuck to take down Leona because Leona on her bullshit at this point. Like Leona doing like just locking people up. Like she just dictating the shit out that town. Taxing business owners, all type of shit. So they sitting there drinking wine, watching TV, and Leona, they watching the news. Leona done took over the damn news team. She done took over the news station with her little press conference. Talking about how Ella escaped and she was like telling Ella to turn herself in. Ella was like, this bitch is crazy. Like just talking all type of craziness. Talking about how now she instituting a new rule where her officers are going to be doing search and seizures of people home randomly. I said, oh hell no. But my whole thing is, how the fuck they didn't know where Ella was? I'm like, the first place you should have looked was Rex. Where else would she go? I'm surprised Lady Bird didn't think of that. I'm like, where else the hell would you think she would go? But to Rex's house, duh. So Rex basically told Ella, he was like, you need to take care of this shit because he was like, you know me. Rex was like, I'll take care of this shit the old way and I'll take the bitch out. And he kept telling Ella, he was like, you're the mayor. He was like, you know the system better than anybody. Like, you know how to take her ass down. So of course, they go over to freaking Kimberly House, the president of the city council. And Ella basically told her, she was like, shit, you the motherfucking, she said, you the president of the city council. She said, I'm pretty sure she blackmailing your ass, but whatever she blackmailing you with can't be all that bad. She was like, because this damn city is out of control right now. Cyprus is in total chaos, and they need to shut that shit down now. Kendrick was in his jail cell praying and stuff, and here come Leona. She talking about something. Oh, you really think God hear you? I like the way Kendrick be handling Leona though. He was like, obviously he must be listening to me. I'm still alive after everything you done did to me. And Leona even said it out her mouth. She was like, the reason she probably can't bring herself to kill Kendrick, because she done had numerous chances to kill that boy. And the reason she can't bring herself to fully kill him is because obviously she gets some amusement, some entertainment of having him around. I said, of course. So she told Kendrick, she was like, you know what? She said, you're going to come with me. We're going to go pray. I was like, what is you up to, lady? So Christy and Levi was driving back from the hospital. They get pulled over by the cops and they go on their radio and they was like, all right, y'all got to come with us. Christy was like, for what? He was like, well, by order of the acting mayor, you got to come with us. So here go Leona. She up in here holding church at New Hope with Kendrick sitting near her goons and the rest of some of the congregation, basically the Pastor Green and the board members of the church, all sitting there with Levi and them. And she basically standing up at the podium, at the pulpit, basically talking all this junk because she's still bitter and angry because she felt like that town was totally disrespectful towards her over the years. Like they don't acknowledge all her contributions that she made to the town of Cyprus because she basically wants to take credit for everything in that town that's good because they give all the credit to her husband Daniel. And Lady Bird was like, no, y'all need to be giving me my credit. Give me my flowers while I'm still here. She was like, you wanted me to be humble and show some humility and all that. She said, nah. She said, all y'all wanted me to do was be humiliated. Like, she was just going off. Like, and the pastor tried to stop her. She said, "Don't interrupt me." I was like, Lady Bird was going to fuck off. Lady Bird was like, "No, bitch, I'm going to say my piece." She said, "I got the floor." So she ended up telling her goons to get the pastor to kneel down to her because she wanted the pastor to kneel to her, bow down to her. And the pastor said, "I don't bow down to nobody but Jesus." So she got them to bow down to her, like, got the pastor to bow down. So that's when Ella and, the president of city council came up in there with Rex, and they basically shut her down and told her, "Your reign is over. You've been officially impeached as acting mayor." And they even had goons of their own come up in there with guns. Um. So anyway, Lady Bird's sitting up in the interrogation room or whatever, and Ella come in there ranting and raving at her because Ella was pissed. She was like, "You try to set me up for murder." She said, "Your own daughter." She was just going off. She was like, "You're my mother." She said, "You hate me that bad?" And when Bird was about to cut her off and say something, 'cause I think Leona definitely was about to confess. Leona was about to confess, I think. She was about to tell Ella, "I'm not your mother." I think that's exactly what she was about to tell her. I think she was going to tell her the truth right then and there, but Stacia interrupted. And Stacia basically dropped the bomb that Lady Bird is not going to jail. She's basically got immunity thanks to the senator. Because all of the alleged crimes against her are inadmissible in court. I was like, ain't that some shit? Ella went off. She was pissed that she was getting off and that Stacia was helping her. And Ella was like, she must be blackmailing you or something. Um, So of course, Leona basically told Ella that she didn't kill Malik. She was like, "No." She was like, "I didn't kill him." She said, "But you better think long and hard of who could have." I already knew from day one. I knew Leona didn't do it. I knew Leona didn't do that shit. I said, "No." Leona's smart. She knows how to think ahead. But to do that, no. I said Leona couldn't have done that because she would have needed somebody to do it. There ain't no way Leona old ass dragging somebody's body. I said, nope, she would have had somebody else do that. But I was like, nah, Leona didn't do it. But come to find out, Leona did pay Jalissa, the girl that was in the cell with Ella. Leona set that up. I said, I'll be damned. Because that burner phone that Ella used to call Rex, that burner phone is gonna come back into play because Leona got something planned. Leona definitely got something planned. Leona is not done. She's not done by a long shot because Leona had all this shit planned out because she knew she wasn't gonna be acting mayor forever. And Stacia needed to just tell that boy the truth. Like, I was so mad she didn't tell Kendrick the truth. She had every opportunity to tell that man the truth and didn't do it. So Ella went to go see Rex, and she basically confronted Rex about killing Malik and setting her up. And Rex was like, "You damn right I set your ass up." He was like, "You fucking right." He was like, "Yup," because he wanted to be with her. And if you watch season 4, Rex was happy that he was finally going to be with Ella. After all these years, him and Ella were going to be a real couple. They were going to be a power player. They were going to be a power couple in that town. He was excited about that. But he felt like Ella was stringing him along. Like she was treating him like some little peasant, like some little bitch. You know what I mean? Because if you watch the first episode of season 4, when after she killed St. Charles, she was like, "Oh, Rex, clean this mess up." The way she would talk to him, like he was some lackey. And he knew she wasn't going to be serious about him. Like they were never going to be a public couple. She was just using him. He knew that shit and he got tired of it. And Rex was like, "Nah, I'm going to turn the tables on this bitch." And that's when he decided, "Nope, I'm going to shut this shit down right now." He killed Malik and he set her ass up for it. He was like, "It's game on now." He was like, "Because now I'm gonna be your worst nightmare." He said, "I'm your enemy now." He said, "I ain't your ally no more." He was like, "Nah, we enemies." And he was like, he was like, "You damn right, you about to go down for Malik murder. I'm gonna see to it." Because she was still mad at him and throwing it in his face that he killed her father. And Rex was like, "So what?" Rex was dead ass when he said, "So what?" He was like, "Bitch, you got bodies on you." He said, "What about all the people you killed? You keep bringing up the fact that I killed your father, but what about all the people you killed? Sherry Tucker, Noah St. Charles. He was like, you got bodies on you. He was like, all the people that you fucking killed. And I covered that shit up for your ass. I was feeling that scene. Like Vanessa Bell Calloway and Clifton Powell killed that shit. I am so happy for season 5 because I am so ready to see Rex versus Ella. I think this is gonna be epic. Rex, I'm not surprised that he turned on Ella. I'm not surprised because she did in season 4. She did have him looking like a little bitch. Like she did. If you watch season 4, she had him looking like a punk ass bitch, dead ass, and that ain't the Rex that I'm used to. So I'm happy. This fucking movie was on point. This movie was on fire. Season 5 is coming in April. I definitely will be reviewing season 5. This movie was just amazing. Like I enjoyed the shit out of this. But y'all hit the comments. Let me know what y'all thought. I will see y'all all later. Have a great night. Peace.